Hi there, this is Isaac from Gavi's media team again. Now I'm here with Ola Rosling from Gapminder. Thank you, Ola, very much for taking time to speak with us. I really appreciate that. I know you're on a tight schedule. We want to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
First of all, can you tell us why you're here today?
I'm very excited that I was invited here. My father Hans Rosling spoke at the previous meeting, and during the last 18 years we've been following Gavi, which is like spearheading the way development work should be done, investing in cost-effective changes which really works, and then monitoring the progress. So this is a great moment to see how I believe actually future aid work and humanitarian work should follow this kind of model. So now we're looking at the progress in vaccinating millions and saving millions of children's lives, but then also looking into the future to see how the landscape changes. And they asked me to present a picture of what might come next and what are the challenges ahead.
Thank you. We really appreciate all your support to Gavi. Can you tell us a bit more about Gapminder?
Gapminder is a bastard. We don't fit in any box because we're a non-profit, an educational non-profit, a fact tank. We're trying to find ignorance, so we're doing a lot of fact and knowledge questions. For example, the vaccination question. We've been asking the public, do you know how many one-year-olds are vaccinated? And then we look at the results and realize that no, people have no clue that the majority, 88% of children on this planet, one-year-olds, have gotten a vaccine. So then we develop teaching materials to cure this huge misconception which we find across different countries. And this is a fascinating kind of partnership with lots of organizations they develop their press material and try to reach a communication audience and get their attention, but we're getting attention about the ignorance about the facts. So Gapminder has found this niche of which nobody else tries to do, like identifying the ignorance and then fixing the problem.
All right, you partly already answered my next question, but why are statistics so important to sustainable development?
Well, monitoring progress. Statistics are used for two things, basically. Measuring the size of different problems so that you know where help is needed or in terms of sustainable development, or what works, right? Seeing which interventions actually had the impact that you expected, or other impact which was not intended, right? So trying to understand those global phenomena without data is impossible, I would say. Now, data is not sufficient. You also need to look at reality and realize the life circumstances behind the numbers. But without statistics, there is no way we can monitor and change global patterns, like with the climate, for example. It only shows up in the statistics when you measure things. And so is it with the impact of our actions. They will only show up in the statistics first, and then maybe people start seeing them in their real lives as well.
So how has the development landscape changed then in decades, if looking back?
Well, this is actually where Gapminder and my father's work as a public educator started. He realized that even the top level students at Swedish universities and the professors were absolutely lagging behind in their worldview. He showed that they had what he called a Tintin worldview, an outdated worldview, where he tested facts they answered as what would be correct 40 years ago. And this is a problem that, we learn the worldview of our teachers that was true when they went to school, if we don't learn from recently updated statistics. So for the development landscape, this means people see a landscape that is no longer true. Many people talk about developing countries or the global south. So then you get the global north or the poor countries, rich countries. Any such dichotomy is absolutely misleading when it comes to the global landscape, because today 75% of people live in middle income countries. That's a term that you rarely read in The Economist or in any newspaper. The middle income countries, which are they? The emerging economies. Yeah, that's where the majority of mankind lives, and they're going to have obesity problems in the urban slum, and they are going to suffer from the same kind of psychological diseases as the high-income countries. That's the global health patterns changing right in front of our eyes when we look at statistics. But with the outdated worldview, people are stuck believing that majority live in extreme poverty, they die from starvation and maybe HIV. That's absolutely wrong. majority of people, they will die from heart diseases and these kind of things that are common also in the high income spectra. So this influenced global health development work by actually focusing on the real killers and the real causes of disability for real people across the world.
You've answered all my questions. Thank you so much, Ola, for taking time to speak with us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me.
And thanks to everyone who tuned in through this Facebook Live. There is more to come, so please stay tuned on our page. Thank you.